Posted getting money on the east side. I dropped a pin and told that bitch pull up.
Obviously now, NBA Youngboy, he's throwing shots at NLE Choppa and Lil Durk and that. Like, what's your thoughts on all of that, man?
You know what, yeah? I used to think like, you know what, it's just it's stupid. You man are getting peace, you man are doing your thing. Like, for me, it was just like, it's stupid. But when you look at it from like within the culture, because obviously they all want to be grown independent, like, that's their main thing. So when you're in that culture, you have to do these things. You have to start, you know, war with certain artists because they represent that. And obviously as well, when it comes to rap, it's a competitive sport. You know what I mean? Like, They're not gonna be people just want to be holding hands and guys are gonna be.
So do you feel he was wrong for sending shots at NLE Choppa and Lil Durk?
Nah, definitely.
Why do you feel he's not wrong for that?
It's just how it goes. It's obviously what happened with Von.
Why did he send shots at them in the first place?
That's his camp. He's head honcho. You have to set pace. That's just how I see it. I'm looking at it from within the culture.
So we're saying Godfather rules, prison rules,
That's what it is. If guys are saying they are who they are, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's like your head honcho.
Well, I do kind of understand why he's sending shots at Lil Durk, because obviously Lil Durk's the only one left on that side, and obviously the whole little Quando Rondo and King Von thing. I definitely understand why he's sending shots at NLE Choppa. What's your thoughts on like NLE Choppa just overall?
I don't even know the YouTube top, you know.
Like me, bruv. So you have no thoughts on him.
I don't.
So from what
I don't even know an NLE Choppa song.
Yeah, I don't either.
I can't name one.
But shout out NLE. But from my understanding, he's sending shots at Choppa, cause Choppa's kind of taking sides. Do you reckon Choppa should have just stayed out of it?
Well, it depends. I don't know what Choppa and Youngboy's past relationship is, and that I can't tell you too tough. So.
NLE Choppa is an NBA Youngboy clone.
Nah, but I don't know if personally they've got an issue that, you know.
Well, they got an issue now, but what we can all say, NLE is an NBA fucking clone. When he came out, he had the same hairstyle.
Again, that for me,
same look.
I mean, I see that look everywhere in it, so I'm not gonna focus on the look too much.
Alright.
But I don't know Choppa's music like that to be like he's a clone. You know what I mean? I genuinely don't like. I don't know his songs. Like, no disrespect.
Fair enough.
I can't compare them.
Fair enough, you can't compare them. Alright, well, in my opinion, NLE should have just stayed out of it. He shouldn't have picked sides, he shouldn't have said nothing. The Durk and NBA Youngboy thing, you know why that's going in. I haven't actually fully heard the song, I've only heard the little snippet, so I can't go into further more details, but my opinion on that, let's sit back and see what Lil Durk responds with. Let's see if NLE Choppa responds, and let's see if NBA Youngboy dropping more heat after this. Now, bro, like, man heard some shit today about fucking Segway, innit? Segway, by the way. Wack 100 is basically sending shots at Master P, saying Master P's broke, blood. Like, what are you telling me? What, you reckon Master P's broke? Because the last I heard, P's net worth was 300 mil.
I don't think P's broke. Nah, I don't think P's.
Well, obviously broke. Compared to us.
What it is as well, it's like, no, man. I guess the culture is just always, it's all about watching people as well. Part of it is about watching people. Like, everyone wants to know what everyone's driving, wearing, people's net worths and that. Like, you can actually put a definitive number on something like that. Like, it's not like they just open their accounts to people and then, you know, people make their estimations of that. It's just speculation, really. So I don't know why that's so important to Wack. I don't know what happened with Wack, because he's riding for Cannon now, right? He was saying
is that what? Where did that whole thing stem from? Because I did hear something about Nick Cannon's name. So what happened with that?
I have no
idea. Break that down for me.
I mean, I don't know. All I heard was Wack was trying to say that Master P ain't got Nick Cannon money. I don't know what the argument before that was or how it started, but his main thing was that Nick Cannon got more P's than Master P, and for some reason it's like it's something that Wack wants to start pushing out on Clubhouse. So I don't know why Wack's so invested.
Why he's so adamant,
yeah, exactly. Obviously with that whole.
So what do you reckon? There's any truthfulness to that statement?
Nick Cannon's doing his thing, you know.
Yeah, Nick Cannon, bro. Do you reckon Nick Cannon is richer than Master P?
I'll put him up there, you know.
I never said put him up there. I said, is he richer than Master P? I'ma say yes. What's your opinion? Yeah. But you say you put him up there.
Yeah.
God, music wise, P. I don't know music wise. I ain't really heard.
Yeah, of course, P. But I'm just
P really like. I ain't heard No Limit come out with any fucking hits lately. To be honest, if they have.
It's not even about that for me.
Refresh my mind, didn't it, bro?
I was thinking about the in their heyday thing. Like the best thing about Nick Cannon was he was a solo artist. So
what do we break down the heyday thing? Come on, man. You know
how Master P was.
You gotta go in depth, you know, when you're talking to these
Master
people.
P was just dropping them man, and you know, obviously the whole bling era and that. Them man were just flossy like that. You know what I mean? They were just stripped out. So like, think about how Master P had his like own cash.
When P first come out, P was ahead. No Limit was ahead of Cash Money.
So think about now all the overheads when it comes to those kind of things, especially
definitely.
Squad. Whereas Nick, when he was coming, obviously I don't know who. Like Nick didn't have any people that I saw that were like
closer to the mic.
Like Nick didn't have a squad around him. You know what I mean? So like obviously then the overheads are gonna be smaller, but when Master P and them No Limit soldiers were coming through and that, and you know Silk the Shocker, P obviously, what's his name, Mystical. Like, it was just them man were just there, innit? They were squad.
Nah, they were definitely like I was saying, I don't remember much of No Limit, but I do remember them back in the day. Remember seeing them as I got older.
Tank Chain.
Yeah. As I got older, I learned more about the hip hop game, and I do remember Silk the Shocker. I do remember Mystical. I do remember Soldier Slim, C Murder. Yeah. I remember the whole camp. There's a few more that I haven't mentioned and that. And obviously when it came to the UK side, we were MTV Bass guys, and MTV Bass didn't really play a lot of Master P. If they did, it would be on maybe the Lick or like Yo MTV Raps, like maybe the late night versions or something. But when it came to like Lil Wayne, Cash Money, they were more creeping up towards the late 90s going into 2000. So I'll definitely give P his credit. He came up with that 100 mil, 300 mil net worth before niggas was even on them hundreds of M's, innit? But when Wack saying is he broken that, I don't know. Maybe that's just Wack trolling, Wack trying to start some beef. Who knows? But it's definitely something to think about, because like if he hasn't released a lot of music in ages, like, and he's still, you know what I'm saying, doing this balling lifestyle.
It's time for verses, yeah?
What, Master P versus who?
Come on, man, it has to be old school, man, Baby.
Nah, man, no way, bro. Baby will fucking demolish him, bro. He didn't like. If you're gonna let Master P battle, do a verses with someone, yeah. Master P gotta do a verses with someone like fucking, like, I don't know, Goody Mob or something, or Pastor Trey or something like that. Family, like one of them old school Southern artists, bruv. Like, you get me? Like maybe even a fucking Master P versus Mystical, bruv. But to do Master P versus Birdman, come on now with this. Like, we ain't trying to do No Limit like that, innit? You know what I'm saying? But what's your final thoughts? Is Master P broke?
No, he's not broke.
Is Wack trolling on and just hating?
Wack's being Wack. Wack's just being Wack. You need something, you know what I mean? Like, I genuinely think that his plan is you have to hear my name once a week. And I'm hearing his name once a week.
Yeah, it's working. It's working. Shout out to Wack 100. Alright, boom, segue. Fresh and fit. Now, boom, man. I wish I could have played the little clip, but I'm probably gonna insert it after while editing this shit, so you might hear it now. But yeah, boom. Them man talking about they don't like black women, and you know what I'm saying. When the initial statement came out, they was referring to black women in code, so calling them Shaniquas, Bonquishas, Night Riders, and all of this other stuff. I know you heard about it. What's your thoughts on Fresh and Fit talking like that about black women?
They're using the same model that most people do, to be honest. It's controversy.
Controversy, yeah.
Like, they could have worded that a lot better. Like, you can have your preferences without being disrespectful. You know what I mean? You can just say, this is what I like.
Yeah.
I
definitely agree.
Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can do it in a way where you're not disrespectful, and yeah, they'll just be controversial. And it's the same thing with them, I'm guessing, as well. So it's like when they hear their name floating around, it's like, yeah, we've accomplished something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The brand's being pushed out there.
Yeah, definitely.
People know my name. Like, I never knew their names, like, if I'm being honest. I never knew.
Okay, you never heard of them till that moment. Yeah?
No, I mean, it's like I started to see their videos more. But
yeah, just
still
pop up
didn't
here
know
and there.
their names.
Oh, you still even know their name was Fresh and Fit, yeah?
Yeah, so I was just still on the
I don't know who's who, but I know the brand's called
You
Fresh
know what
and
I mean?
Fit, yeah.
So it's like, for me, it's like eventually it became a thing where I just kept seeing these guys' names coming up. So it's like, once you're in that world, it's like it's a relevancy that people keep hearing your name, and, you know what I mean, you're relevant. So that's their model. So they're wording it a lot better.
Alright, so boom. I hear what you're saying, but I feel you're being a bit PC with it.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said, for PC. You're being a bit too liberal. Maybe it's because you work for the BBC. I'll edit that out, by the way, bro. But my thing is this, yeah. What's your opinion on what they said? Just what they said.
You don't have to remind me what they said, you know.
So when it comes to like what they said, let's stick with the names they were using as far as the Night Riders and the code words they were using, innit? What's your thoughts on that?
That's disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. On a scale from 1 to 10?
See, my scale is a bit different, but I'll scale it like I feel even in today's world, right? I'll scale it like a 6, 7.
Oh, alright, fair
But
enough.
in today's world, a 6 and a 7 is a 10.
Alright,
You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like, once you say something like that on that kind of platform, like something that could be moderately disrespectful, straight away becomes fine.
So you feel what they said was disrespectful. Alright. What about the way they said it? How do you feel about the way it was said?
I'm gonna have to listen to it again.
Yeah, we'll play that. We'll play that back for you. Alright then, boom. What's your thoughts on people just having an opinion on their preference?
In today's society, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous, yeah.
It's dangerous depending on whether you're dependent on anything, even if you're not to a certain extent. You know what I mean? And basically what I mean with that is that having an opinion today it could make you lose your job.
Yeah.
It could make you lose a sponsor. It could make you lose a contract.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's the world we live in.
Alright, so as far as like so when you say that, do you say like people should just keep their opinions to themselves?
I think we need more opinions,
Hey, bro, this nigga is too liberal, blood. Listen, yeah. So, boom, yeah. The way I see it is like this, yeah. What they said was fucked. it was just fucked, innit? Like calling black women night riders and all of that. And when they said it, yeah, them man there didn't think the backlash would come on them because true say black women do not watch their content.
No, shall I tell you what it is? No, I can't.
No, because it's an old clip. They didn't think it would resurface.
Oh, that's old, yeah?
No, it's old. It's not new.
I know that.
It's an old clip, innit? It's not like they did it a week ago and it came out the next day. Like
no,
this is at least probably 6 months, maybe even a year old, innit?
No,
Don't quote me on that. Well, let me land, innit? So boom, now these man said what they said, yeah. What they've said to me is just fucked, innit? Like, especially like the way they've said it, and for me, yeah, the reason why, yeah, I think it's fucked, yeah, is because like it was the names and the fucking bonquishas and all of that, and I know what they mean when they say that, innit? But they was generalizing a bit too much when they said that. But not only that, yeah, I don't feel black women in general will even care, because those two come across as the type of guys that black chicks don't even fuck with, innit, to be honest. Like, it seems like there was the niggas that black chicks just turfed, innit, bro. You know, the sisters, they be bougie sometimes, innit, fam. Now, as far as like people having a preference, yeah, I definitely will agree with you that it's dangerous. Some people should think before they speak, and some people should keep their preferences and opinions to themselves. However, now, to live in a world and say that no one should express their opinion, to me, is more dangerous than people having opinions, innit? So when it comes to like people expressing hate, that's one thing. People want to class what their man said as hate. To me, from a scale of 1 to 10, I might give it a 6 or an 8. An 8 if on a day I don't like them. A 6 on a day I think black women are complaining too much, innit? But there was definitely a bit of disdain towards black women in their speak, innit? But when it comes to like a black man should never say, oh, he's not attracted to black women. I think us as black people should just leave him to his own devices. If he ain't feeling the sisters, then cool for him, innit, bruv? If he likes the fucking the white snow chocolate and that, bro, do your thing, innit, fam. There's no harm in a man saying, you know what, I'm not attracted to black women, I prefer other races. But now when you're saying, cool, you know what, the Shaniquas, the Night Riders, the Bonquishas, you're kind of pushing it a bit. You're pushing it a bit thin. But as far as having a preference, because you've got girls out there that will say, I don't like Somali guys because XYZ, or I don't like Asian guys because XYZ, or I don't like fat guys because XYZ. It's like, yo, like, these people are allowed to proper say they don't fuck with all these types of people, innit? But cool, them man, fuck them niggas. Let's take another nigga here, or another person that will just say, you know what, I like the sisters, but they're a bit difficult sometimes. So sometimes I try to deal with other races. A black woman can't get upset about that, because some of these black women and some of these people, whether it's black, white, they all have preferences. Some of them want muscular, man. So how many girls out there want a guy over 6 foot? A guy working a certain job. A guy, like, every chick expects a guy to have his own place and his own car, and have a certain amount of money by a certain amount of age. And that's a preference that they walk with, and we deal with it, innit? I'm not saying everyone accepts it, we deal with it. So we need to stop like being so judgmental towards other people, and just embrace each other for what they want in life. But when it comes to wording and delivery, check yourself before you speak. And that's just my thoughts on that one, innit? But just on the overall topics, what's your final thoughts on today's topics, guys?
It's another interesting day. There's going to be content to be dissected. There's going to be stuff.
Oh my God, Liberal Jim, that's your name, blood. Liberal Jim, cuz. Liberal Jim, fam. That's your name.
I was racking my brain.
Liberal Jim, bro. Don't worry. When I start recording, I'll give you my analysis, bro. Liberal Jim, blood. That's it.
What's your view?
My final thoughts on the NBA Youngboy. Like I said, that's gonna keep going on. Little Durk's gonna drop a response. It might be one of the hardest responses in 2022 before he goes prison, by the way. Little prediction in there. Wack 100. Come on, man. We're gonna hear his name every day and any day. He gonna keep on coming with the bullshit and the fuck shit, innit? Shout out CK and the NY Bloods and all them niggas still. And what was the last topic we just talked about? Oh, who did we just talk about? Fresh and Fit.
That's it, yeah.
Fresh and Fit. They're still gonna continue. They're still gonna have their fans. Will they take accountability? I don't know, because right now it seems like success has gotten to their heads, you know. So we'll see where that one goes, innit? But it's your boy Bobby D LaFleur with my nigga
Jimmy.
Liberal Jim. It works for the conservatives, cuz PC Jim, blood. We call him politically correct Jim, cuz you get me from. And we out this glizzy. Skirt, skirt, skirt.
If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you.